So let's talk a little bit about knowledge management. What is it and what is it not? Remember earlier in the module you read some of the quotes from Peter Drucker, that famous management guru from the 80s and 90s? Now we know that the source of all of our wealth, according to Drucker, is knowledge. So if we apply knowledge to tasks that we're already doing, then we call it productivity. And if we apply knowledge to tasks that are new and different, then we call that innovation. Now, only knowledge allows us to achieve both productivity and innovation. There's really only two reasons that we do knowledge management. We want to reduce costs or increase our revenues. Now, when we're reducing costs, we're trying to use and reuse the existing knowledge we have. That focuses on that productivity and efficiency side. When we're trying to increase our revenues, we want to create new knowledge. That gives us new capacity and innovation within our organization. It's the only two reasons to do it. And if we're doing it for any other reason, we may want to take a really hard look to see if we're doing knowledge management for the sake of knowledge management. Now remember, Spivey said knowledge is the capacity to act. Drucker said it's information that changes something or someone, makes us capable of something different, taking effective action. And how many of you have heard the old quote out there, we're drowning in information, but we're starving for knowledge? Well, that's what we've got to try to figure out as knowledge managers. How do we get the right information to the right people at the right time so they can take the action that they need, make the best decisions with it? That's our goal. So what is knowledge management? You've probably seen hundreds of definitions out there. In fact, I think last time I looked, there was something like about 47. And the reason we can't come to sort of a solid definition on that is it depends too much from the perspective that you're looking at knowledge management. If you're on the IT side of the world, then knowledge management is all about the tools and the technologies that you use. If you're on the behavioral side, well, then it's really about more of those human behaviors and the things that we do, as opposed to the psychology and the cognitive side, which is all about what's in your head and how do we get it out. So very different perspectives there. Really what KM is an organizational effort to improve business results by influencing the actions that people take. And we do that through how they interact with one another, through the conversations they have, through the content that they use, and how they share experiences and expertise with one another. Knowledge management, or KM, is a newly emerging field. It's really been around, well documented for about 20 years now. It's an interdisciplinary business model that focuses on knowledge as a framework for an organization. KM is rooted in many different disciplines: business, economics, management, psychology, information management, and even in some education. To some companies, it's the ultimate competitive advantage for today's firm. So we define knowledge management this way, and you can pick up a copy of our book where we talk a little bit about not only knowledge management, but what it is and what it isn't. But we define it specifically as a deliberate approach to help an organization effectively use and reuse what they know, both tacit and explicit, to achieve some kind of sustained competitive advantage. If I'm not using it to advantage, then I'm just doing it for the sake of doing it. The other difference that we find with some of our other colleagues out there is we try to manage the environment, not just the knowledge.